Hello everyone, my name is Cierra Rhodes. I am currently a PE teacher within Wichita Public Schools, USD 259. I teach at a middle school called Stuckey Middle School. This is my second year teaching. Also, I am currently in the transition to teaching program at Fort Hays. Also pursuing the master's component of that. So, and that's also year two. So year two in my program and year two as a teacher. Prior to teaching, I worked a cumulative of 5 years in public health. I was a community health educator and then a chronic disease health educator, and both of those roles were essentially the same thing, just different titles, and the same community partners, if that makes sense. I realized I wanted to transition into teaching for a couple of reasons. One, my undergrad background is in exercise science, so I've always had a heart or a passion to really help people establish healthy lifestyles. What I realized just in being in corporate wellness is that I really was interested in more of the community health part of that. So introducing ways to educate or implement community members how to establish those healthy lifestyles through healthy eating habits or physical activity. Because looking at data and statistics, I realized that a lot of chronic diseases or cancers could be preventative through eating healthy, moving their bodies, and in their environment. So wanting to give tools to adults. But after working with adults, being a personal trainer, being in that capacity and all those things, I realized that a lot of adults know what to do and they do have knowledge of how to make those behavior changes, but just struggle with that. And so I thought, well, maybe the best way to implement that is into children, especially like that middle school, high school age, so that even though I may not connect at this age, they'll at least have those tools as they grow up. And hopefully as they become adolescents and young adults, they are more proactive in their health. So that is the reason why I wanted to become a PE teacher. Let's see, I am currently not in a leadership position, and I have not. I mean, in undergrad, I served like in the capacity of being like the president of my undergrad sorority. But as far as like a paid leadership position, I've never had that title. As far as plans of being in a leadership position, I don't foresee any plans in that. Yeah, honestly don't. I think my sweet spot is just teaching and coaching. I also coach track and field at our feeder high school, this high school that our middle school feeds into. So that's kind of where I see my sweet spot. But I have been told to pursue leadership positions. It's just that's not something that I see myself doing anytime soon, if that makes sense. I am divorced and I have 3 kiddos. I have 3 children, 3 boys. They are 10, 8, and 4. I currently live in Wichita, Kansas. And as far as travel experiences, not a whole lot. I have family in Michigan, a brother in Arizona. I've lived in Illinois and Iowa, but I am native to Wichita. So I moved back home a couple of years ago. I love working out. I love fitness, trying to model that healthy lifestyle. So I like to work out during my spare time. I enjoy reading when I'm not doing a lot of academic reading, like for classes, like I have been the last couple of years. So I cannot wait to get back to just reading for luxury. And I also like organization. I like to have a bullet journal and like to design different planning layouts, if that makes sense. But I don't have a whole lot of time for that either. So yeah, outside of homework and work and coaching and raising littles, there's not a whole lot of time for my hobbies and stuff, but I really do try to carve out time to work out because that's what keeps my mental health, if that makes sense as well. Based on my personal experiences as far as what I think a good leader is, I think a good leader is someone who is a servant, if that makes sense. I have attended like different like leadership cohorts and stuff in my previous roles, and one thing that always stands out is that good leaders are servants. Like they really keep at the forefront how to serve those they are leading, because without serving, you really can't lead well, in my experience. Also, good leaders, they're transparent, and they just don't, in my experience, good leaders just don't tell you maybe a problem, but they also give you tools for a solution. They equip you with the tools that you need to solve the problem. They're just not spewing out problems and then leaving you hanging high and dry to try to figure it out on your own. They want to see you successful, so they give you those tools or guide you to find those tools on how to be successful. As far as bad leadership, I didn't really understand. I didn't think I had experienced bad leadership until after reading some of the articles for this homework. And I have experienced bad leadership, or just not favorable, I should say. And to me, those are leaders who are kind of hands off. They just give you they're always giving you positive feedback. And I got that a lot as my first year of teaching. I don't think that served me very well. I just got a lot of positive feedback. I'm just like, there's no way I'm really doing this great, because this is my first year teaching with no student teaching experience, with no experience in education. So I just don't think I was being served well. I don't think it was like from an ill intention or anything, but yeah. Let's see. And that affected me because, I have different admin and leadership now, and I'm getting that feedback, and it's good, and it's positive feedback, and it's not and it's constructive feedback. But I just wish I would have had that my first year versus, I guess, my second year. But also know that being in education, like, it's always revolving, you're always evolving, and I'm always going to be learning something. So it kind of is what it is. So yeah, I just think those good leaders, they always leave their door opens, giving you feedback, giving you the tools to be successful, being transparent, keeping communication open, and trying to meet you where you're at, versus just giving you positive feedback and not as present, or not giving thorough communication, if that makes sense. So yeah, I look forward to this class, and hope to get to know some of you. Thank you.